Welcome to the PLZ Soccer Show. Barry Ferguson and Alan Ruff are with me, Peter Martin. Delighted to have your company. We're getting ready for another friendly. Alex McLeish's Scotland side will take on Hungary tomorrow night. It's the second friendly under Alex's tenure. The first one, you watched it. What did you make of Scotland? Are you as pessimistic as many after game one?
No, it's only the first game in charge. I think Alec will be disappointed with the performance, certainly in the first half, but I thought the second half was a bit better. But it's early doors, Peter. I think too many people are getting carried away. I think these friendlies are ideal, so he's going to have a look at a lot of players. But I think overall, Alec would have, I know what he's like, he'd have been in the dressing room saying to the players that he would have been disappointed. We could have done a lot better, but we're hopeful against Hungary we'll get a better performance and a better result. Yeah.
Over the piece, Robbie, okay, the first half, as Barry mentioned, not great. Second half, he made changes. The two Celtic boys come on, Armstrong and McGregor. Who impressed you over the 90 minutes?
I think obviously Alistair Robertson had a fantastic game. I thought up and down the park he looked very confident. But you would imagine that with the amount of games he's played at international level, plus playing with Liverpool, you know, you could see the confidence was oozing out of him. The big boy McKenna did everything that was asked of him. I would like to see him maybe under pressure. You know, I think Costa Rica sort of, once they got the goal, took their foot off the pedal and just sort of played the game out. So it'd be interesting to see him under pressure, no balls coming into the box, how he handles it, how he, you know, he defends. So, but I think he, of all the players, I think I was more impressed with than the young lads from down south, and that Kearney and McDonald didn't do anything. I didn't walk away for the game going, oh, they could maybe add something to what they've got. But you're right, Armstrong and McGregor coming on up the pace of the game. The tempo was good. Again, I think it's asking a lot for this young striker going in there. He's under 21s this year. It just shows you where we're lacking. You look at England, they've got Kane and Vardy, and we've got a young boy, you know, just come out the under 21s. We weren't expecting them to score goals right away. So that's one of the problems we've got, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need for a knee-jerk reaction here. I mean, quite simply, Scotland have 4 or 5 players that could actually come back into the fold. I mean, he's got a definitive 11 that I think, you know, if he gets 1 or 2 that give him selection problems, then all well and good. But you've got Forrest, you've got Ryan Fraser as an option in there. You've suddenly got McGregor, you've got Armstrong, you've got Griffiths to come back, you've got Tierney to come back. Yeah, I mean, he's got options.
I think that's 5 or 6 certain starters. So that's why I'm not getting carried away. I'm a bit disappointed that the amount of stick that Alec and the team got. Listen, I know we all want to win and we want to play well, but again, he made it clear during the week that it was a chance for these young boys to take their chance and show and prove that they could play at international level. It happened for some, it didn't for others, but that's just par for the course, and we just need to move on. As you said, you mentioned, I thought when Armstrong and McGregor come on, certainly we upped the tempo a bit. Armstrong started getting beyond McBurney. So they're big game players. They're used to the pressures and whatever, playing with clubs like Celtic. So, not overall, I'm not going to be downbeat. I still think it's ideal that we've got these friendly games to see how these guys can cope with the international scene.
Yeah, Ruffy, you have an 11 that you think will be Alex's definitive, and then after that it's just additional players that might force their way into his thinking.
Yeah, I do. I agree with Barry. You know, that I think that that team the other night was only half a side. I think there's still, you know, 5 or 6 could come in there to add to the 11. I would go, obviously, Craig Gordon if he was fit in goals. Patterson at the back. Mulgrew.
Did you see enough of Patterson that you thought he can play right back?
No, well, he was a right back against England. No, we saw him as a right back. You know, it's just that the team that he's playing with now have moved him forward. No, he's just started playing in there. I mean, he was a right back with Hearts. You know, that's why I'm saying I think right back is his position. I think when he came on against England, I thought he did particularly well. So I think we've got players in forward positions like Forrest on that side and obviously Robertson on the other side. So I think if I was him, I would be wanting to be a right back because I think they're better players than him than the forward positions. I think the asset from Patterson playing is he's very dangerous at corners. Free kicks, he seems to go on the end of headers quite a lot. He's known to be scoring goals with Hearts, and he's doing it just now as well. So if I was him, I'd be going for right back. The wide players for me pick itself: Robertson and Forrest. And I think the three in the middle are the three that we've got to eventually decide that this is the three that's going to take us forward. And the boy McTominay from Man United was a very tidy player. He's definitely not Scott Brown. He's not going to get in people's faces. You know, he's not that kind of player. He's going to make tidy passes and bring other people into the game. So I think that's why it's so important that the two people beside him are going in a forward direction. And certainly Armstrong will, McGinn will, McGregor will. So I think it's up to McGinn and McGregor to sort of establish that that's the position that they want. And up front, we're very, very short. So it's got to be Griffiths for me.
Yeah, I agree. The big thing watching the game on Friday, I tend to look at midfield, and we are missing that midfield general since obviously Scott Brown retired. I think in time, McTominay will become that player. I just think, or I feel that there's maybe a bit too much pressure, media spotlight on him. Just let the young boy come in and do okay. And I know he's pulled out the squad for Hungary, because I was looking forward to maybe playing with Armstrong and McGregor. So I'm disappointed in that, but I tend to agree with Ruffy. It's that team that he said I would be happy with. But we forgot Jamie Murphy as well. He's had a decent season at Rangers. So in the wide areas, I think we're pretty strong with Robertson, Murphy, Fraser, Forrest. It's just up front that we're really light. If Lee Griffiths is injured or he has a loss of form, we're going to struggle. I thought McBurney worked really well. Worked really hard, tried his best, but it's difficult up there when you're a lone striker. That's when you need your midfielders to come up and support you, and he certainly didn't get that in the first half.
Yeah, I think there's still a place for MacArthur and Morrison, you know, for the experienced ones that he's left out. I think they could still offer something to the squad. So I don't think they should be tossed out to the heap yet. You know, I think that they will still have something to offer.
Yeah, I'm just looking, Ruffy, and forgive me for this, because you know what I'm like. I'm a stickler. You were talking about Patterson there as if he played Scotland, England. He didn't play in the game. He was injured.
Wembley.
Thank the Lord for that, by the way. I was looking there and I'm thinking to myself, I couldn't find him anywhere in it. But if he played right back, I'm not sure. We don't have that many options. I think he'll be forced into that.
I don't want Tierney to go to right back. I know he's filled in there previously for Scotland, but I want to see Tierney and Robertson in the same flank. Patterson, I think he did okay. Probably didn't have his best of games, but as you say, we're light in the right back area. Centre half, I think Big McKenna, I thought he done really well. I think he's certainly a centre half, future Scotland centre half. And you've got Jack Henry at Celtic, who's played the last few games, and if he gets maybe another 5 or 10 games under his belt at Celtic, I think he could become a Scotland centre half. Yeah.
Well, listen, you know, when you look at some of the threat, we need to have players that can create openings, but we need somebody in there to take the openings up. I mean, Robertson's delivery was absolutely sensational, Ruffy. I mean, from the left side, if you get him delivering from that side, if you get James Forrest from the other, all we need is a striker. You know, whether that's you know, Lee Griffiths fit, that's all we want. Yeah,
and you know, you would have to say as well, if we had possibly the other night a striker with what do I say, more experience, say a Harry Kane, or a Vardy coming in on these balls. You know, he was getting into positions and just firing balls that strikers live on. You know, the really, really top ones, the big ones thrive in these kind of balls coming in, and they've got that wee half a yard away, and they just nick it, and the boy just seemed to be half a yard just short of it.
Even at that, when they were getting blocked, it was, and certainly in the first half, no midfield runners. And you've seen the difference when Armstrong and McGregor come on. They were wanting to get in the box along with McBurney, because, to be fair, I've known Alec a long time, and obviously I've played under him at Scotland and Rangers and Birmingham. I know the way he plays, and he tends to play with one up top and one just off him. So I don't think we're going to see him going with two main strikers.
Yeah, I don't think we're at that level, Ruffy. I don't think we can afford two strikers at the moment. No. We're trying to shut the back door. He's still got the same problems Gordon Strachan had.
Yeah, but it'd be really interesting. I always look at when I see teams in the programme, I always look at appearances, and the next thing I look at is obviously goal scoring. and I would hazard a guess that that team that I've said would be my best 11, there wouldn't be many top goal scorers in that side. You know, so if Lee Griffiths isn't scoring free kicks or whatever, where else is our goals going to come from? Because I don't see many other prolific goal scorers in the midfield.
No, I think you're right, Ruffy. Louis Fair says, I know he's getting on a bit, but do you think Chris Boyd should be given a chance? Well, the answer to that is no, because Chris Boyd's already said, you know, his Scotland career is over. Niall says, would you like to see Chris Martin earning an international recall? No harm to the boy. I think we've got to look elsewhere. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think Boydie's correct in saying that his time's been and gone. It just worries me up top. I think Lee Griffiths is a fantastic striker, but my only worry is if he is injured, what he's like just now, or he has a loss of form and he's not scoring goals, or he's not getting a game at Celtic, who are we going to bring in? As I said, I thought the young boy McBurney worked hard enough. I don't know if he's a natural goal scorer either. So that's where we've got to try and find goal scoring players from all over the pitch, whether that comes from central midfield, the wide area, but we've not got that.
Yeah.
So that is a concern. But I'm sure Alec knows that. He's experienced enough manager to realise that he's going to be struggling for goals.
Yeah. Okay. It's Hungary. They're 50th in the FIFA rankings. We're 32, which is not bad. We've been worse, Ruffy. How do you see this one going? And let me paint a picture for you. This is a Hungary side that, you know, are no great shakes, to be perfectly honest with you. The fans are not turning out in great numbers for Hungary. They're not happy with the way they're playing also, and they've voiced their displeasure. So we're against a side that, you know, I think are beatable tomorrow night.
Yeah, they possibly are at home. They've already been beaten at the weekend, but I wouldn't be disappointed if we never won the game. It'd be nice if we could get a draw, take something out of the game and move on, because as far as I'm concerned, these 4 games we've got, plus the Belgium game coming up, are all about getting 11 on the park for our first game in the Nations Cup. So I'm just looking for 1 or 2 players coming away for the game and going, oh, he had a right good game there, or that was a cracking goal he scored, something like that. Just take something out of the game without being despondent if we get beat. If we get beat, it's not a big deal for me.
Yeah, okay. It'll be a big deal for everybody if we lose. I think. Listen, if I'm hearing murmurings of people moaning about losing to Costa Rica, who are going to the World Cup, incidentally. This is after 1 game. They'll be moaning if we don't win against Hungary. Give me a prediction first of all.
I'm going to go for 1 each.
1 each, okay. Barry?
I think, listen, I tend to disagree with Ruffy. I think Alec, I mean, I seen his interview the other day there, and he doesn't want to lose too many games. I think you've got to go and try and win, because winning breeds confidence, and there's a lot of new players in the squad, and you want them to get that feeling what it's like to win with a national team. So I think they'll go over there and they'll go for it. As you say, Hungary are not a great team. They're not in great form. The fans are not really turning out in numbers for them. So I think we'll go over here and shut a few people up and hopefully get a 1-0 win.
Yeah. Del Somerville says, do you think we missed the creative presence of Snodgrass? Do you think Robert Snodgrass will be back?
Yeah, that's another one. I don't think we can count these sort of guys out. Look, Snodgrass, your Morrisons, your Darren Fletchers, all these people. I think it's always good to have a bit of experience in amongst the younger players. Then they can feed off them what it's like and what's the pressures like to play with Scotland. So I don't think we should write these sort of guys off.
Yeah, okay. Just before we go, Scott Brown's got a testimonial coming up. He's going to be in the Celtic side playing against the Republic of Ireland, no less. So when that match takes place, I reckon 60,000. That's one heck of a testimonial, isn't it? And everybody all wearing green, white and gold, Ruffy.
Yeah, it could be a fantastic weekend if you're a Celtic supporter, obviously, if Celtic get to the final, because that's the day before. So you're going to have a weekend, if that is the case, of celebration, and it'll be as good, well thought out side. Sometimes you see these testimonial games.
What date is it?
It's the 20th, right after the Scottish Cup final.
Just to make sure I'm not here that weekend.
Don't worry, we'll make sure you're not here that weekend. Well, wait a minute. Now, calm your jets. You might be at the Scottish Cup final. Rangers might be at the Cup final. Don't lose faith, you. You know what I mean? I can see the headline tomorrow. Ferguson rules out any chance of the Gers making the final. So
I'll be here that weekend.
Yeah, sure, Barry, sure. Anyway, on that note, listen, talking about Scott Brown and his testimonial, he's been a good servant. I think he might be in with a shout for Player of the Year.
Yeah, I think he'll get a Player of the Year. But it's changed pretty often in my mind. We've been naming all sorts of players, but if you look for consistency throughout the full season, he is the main driving force at Celtic. He missed a game, I can't remember who it was, a couple of weeks ago, and they drew at home, was it? Can't remember it, at Celtic Park. And that just shows you what a big... Yep, that was the one. It just shows you what a big influence he is. Round, not just in the changing room, but on the pitch, the players look up to him. So I think for consistency, I'll go for Scott Brown. Probably about 6 weeks ago I was saying James Forrest, but I think his form's dipped a little. So if you're going to go on consistency and a driving force at a football club, it'll be Scott Brown.
Yeah. Do you think some of the papers have suggested stopping him is the key? Kevin Thompson, your old mate, said stop Scott Brown, Rangers have got a chance of winning the cup semi-final. Yeah,
I'll not disagree with Tomo. I think it's a good ploy. I thought in the last game maybe they would have put Doherty on him, but they didn't do that. But listen, he's key, everything goes through him at Celtic. And if you stop Scott Brown for starting the moves, then you've got a good chance of stopping Celtic scoring the goal.
Yeah. Okay, just before we go, Niall says, did you enjoy playing on Saturday? You pulled the boots on, you got the old nostalgic blue shirt back on again to play at Ibrox. It's for a great cause as well. It must have been great seeing some of the old mates.
Yeah, it was great. That was the good thing about it. Some guys I hadn't seen for 5, 6, 7 years. Getting in the changing room, and there was a couple of things going on in the changing room that I can't obviously say, but I miss all that. That's the thing I miss about
what were those things, Barry? Why can't you say? I thought you were a team player.
No, I don't want to get you in trouble. But the game, no, I enjoyed pulling the boots out, but no, the legs are not great at this moment. My mind is doing it, but my legs are nowhere to take me there.
Yeah, I just wonder, I mean, we have got Jerry McCabe in the middle of the park with myself at Dukla Pumferson. Do you think you're now at that level?
Yeah, I think I could get a game in there. I think I could squeeze myself into that team.
Yeah, absolutely. With a cigar, you could play in a pair of Dr. Martin boots. Who impressed you still? Who still got it in that Legends team?
Quite a few. Thomas Buffo was there. He's still actually playing. He's 37. He's still playing in Belgium. Pedro Mendes still looked the same.
What, good looking and just cool as ice?
Good looking, tanned.
You were raging, by the way.
I was raging that I never went for a sunbed on Friday. Raging.
Brilliant. Listen, it was for a great cause, and I think, just to finish on that, I think it was nice, the reception of Rangers fans for Fernando Rickson. Clearly it's a difficult time, but all the Rangers family just surrounding him with love, and he clearly thought of so well.
Yeah, it's listen, it's difficult to see him because I tend to prefer to remember him what he was like when he was playing and what he was like in the dressing room. But it's a horrendous illness he's got. But one thing about Fernando, he'll keep fighting. He was like that as a player, and he'll be like that through his illness. So he was okay. He was fine, and all the guys were delighted to see him.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, good cause. Good to see you back in the jersey. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Give us your thoughts at PLZ Soccer on Twitter, facebook.com/PLZ Soccer. If you want your news from England, Scotland, right across European football and world football, get onto the website www.plzsoccer.com. And if you download the app in Google Play and in the App Store, then you can get all that news on your phone. There'll be competitions aplenty, betting offers in there as well. It's well worth downloading it to get the latest news on a daily basis at your fingertips, the PLZ Soccer app. Hopefully you can get a hold of that. From Ruffy and from Barry Ferguson, myself, Peter Marston, thanks for watching.